Hello everyone, this video focuses on the rail heritage in this part of Canada and was shot over the last 2 summers. For the first part of the video, we're on the banks of the North Saskatchewan River downtown looking out at the nearly 800 meter long high-level bridge, waiting for our streetcar to take us back across to Old Strathcona. Our streetcar is operated by the Edmonton Radial Railway Society and is Tram 930, built in 1947 and originally from Melbourne, Australia. It spent 50 years navigating the streets of Melbourne, then it was withdrawn from service in 1997 and placed into storage. In 2004, the car was shipped to Edmonton as a Goodwill Ambassador by the City of Melbourne and the State of Victoria. The regular operating season for the high-level bridge streetcars usually begins mid-May and runs through the first week of September, typically ending after the Labor Day weekend. Please note that tickets can only be purchased by cash from the conductor. They do offer Christmas rides as well, but these are only available through pre-purchased tickets through their website. These Christmas rides are very popular and sell out quickly. At this point, we're about 157 feet above the river. The high-level bridge was completed in 1913 by the Canadian Pacific Railway. The upper deck we're on was originally used by the CPR freight and passenger trains, as well as the city's streetcars. At the time, Edmonton and Strathcona were 2 separate cities on opposite sides of the North Saskatchewan River. The bridge was the great unifier designed to carry 4 modes of transport: trains and streetcars on the upper deck, and automobiles and pedestrians on the lower deck. Arriving at the White Avenue terminus in Old Strathcona, we step off and watch it depart back towards downtown. This neighborhood was the heart of the city of Strathcona before the 1912 amalgamation with Edmonton. At the Firefighters Memorial Plaza, we saw a statue titled The Rescue, which depicts a firefighter saving a child from a window. It stands on the site of the original Strathcona Fire Hall and is a tribute to those who lost their lives in the line of duty. While our main goal was the Streetcar Museum, our curiosity was piqued along the way by the Farmers Market, which is housed in the historic city bus barns next door. Before entering the museum, we paused to watch a vintage streetcar roll by, and as it passed, we noticed 2 murals across the way. The 2 murals are meant to create a window into the community's past. The first portrays a bustling early 1900s city square capturing the daily life and architecture of Old Strathcona. Immediately next to it celebrates the neighborhood's musical heritage, honoring the long-standing presence of music in the area. To the north of the Farmers Market, you will find the museum's entrance, as well as one of the streetcar stops for passengers. The entrance is a bit hard to find, but look for the large sign. While small, it is a recognized museum that holds a massive amount of history. The museum holds historical photos, original uniforms, old-style tickets, and route maps dating back to 1908. Many of the streetcars shown here on this wall are either currently running at Fort Edmonton or operating on the high-level bridge. The Edmonton Radial Railway Society acts as the single steward for both operations, maintaining a massive fleet of over 25 vintage streetcars that are split between the 2 locations. The museum is also a working restoration shop where volunteers meticulously rebuild vintage streetcars from the frame up. This one car has a fascinating story. Built in 1921 for the Nankai Electric Railway in Osaka, Japan, it survived the firebombing of World War II and decades of service before being acquired by the Edmonton Radial Railway Society in 1990. Originally intended to be used for spare parts, the volunteers realized the car was in such incredible condition that they restored it instead. It's also the first car we ever rode on here. On another beautiful summer's day, we leave the urban bustle behind and head north of the city to the Alberta Railway Museum. The Alberta Railway Museum is an outdoor living history museum located on the northern edge of Edmonton, Alberta. It is the largest railway park in Alberta and the third largest in Canada, offering a hands-on look at Western Canada's railway heritage with a primary focus on the golden age of rail between 1899 and the late 1950s. Upon entry, you're greeted by the St. Albert Station, which serves as the museum's entrance and gift shop. St. Albert Station is a restored 1909 passenger depot that serves as the museum's historical heart, showcasing the transition from a remote prairie stop to a vital communication and transportation hub. In the early 20th century, the railway station was the only link many Albertans had to the outside world. It was a post office, a newsroom, and a gateway to the outside world. Inside, it houses Canada's largest collection of telegraphic equipment featuring Morse keys for sending signals and sounders that acted as the receiver, illustrating the high-speed internet of the early 20th century. One wall has the telegraph keys or Morse code keys, and the other the sounders, which acted as the speaker or receiver. The museum also preserves the administrative and social realities of the era, from the station agent's dual-purpose office and living quarters to a railway library containing original locomotive blueprints, rare photographs, and extensive Canadian National Railway and Northern Alberta Railway archives. Some of their rare photos are shown here in this room. These types of signal lamps, both handheld and attached to the train, were also quite unique. They also had uniforms and equipment used by law enforcement or railway police. Train rides are also offered here, and this is the CNR 9000, the museum's signature locomotive. Built in 1948, it was the first production freight diesel ever built for a Canadian railway, marking the exact moment the golden age of steam began to fade. Before it was retired to the museum, this locomotive logged over 4 million kilometers in active service, mainly based out of the Edmonton yard. And this coach represented the modern era of passenger travel in the 1950s. It was built during a time when railways were trying to compete with the rise of airlines and cars by offering comfortable, more sleek interiors. It's a standard day coach designed for shorter trips where sleeping quarters weren't necessary, but comfort was still a priority. The train operates on a point-to-point or out-and-back track layout, meaning the train travels to the end of the line and then reverses back to the station. While many rail enthusiasts and visitors would love to see a loop, the museum currently focuses its resources on restoring historic locomotives and maintaining existing buildings with no official plans to expand their straight track. Building a loop would require a significant land acquisition and immense infrastructure costs that are often beyond the scope of a volunteer-run heritage site. While the NAR 73 looks like it's ready to roll down the tracks today, it's actually a static display. Out of the 17 locomotives originally owned by the Northern Alberta Railways, 73 is the only one left in existence. It was saved from the scrapyard at the last second in 1964 by a group of passionate volunteers who bought it for its scrap value. Built in 1927, this consolidation class engine used a 280 wheel arrangement, which gave it the massive traction needed to move heavy loads over Alberta's rugged north. In its heyday, it was essentially the workhorse of the Peace River region. It hauled everything from grain and equipment to people, helping build the farms and communities of northern Alberta. The Alberta Railway Museum also features a diverse collection of rolling stock that includes luxury passenger cars such as sleepers and diners, alongside freight equipment like boxcars, tank cars, and grain hoppers. The museum also has specialized maintenance and work train equipment, including snowplows, cranes, and outfit cars where crews lived while working on the tracks. This particular caboose served as a mobile office and living quarters for train crews and was restored with its original coal stove, conductor's desk, and icebox. You can also view ongoing projects in the restoration shed. This includes a 1913 10-wheeler steam locomotive currently undergoing an extensive boiler restoration to return it to operational status. Known as CN 1392, it was once the museum's primary excursion vehicle and has starred in several movies. It is now receiving specialized repairs to its boiler tubes and stay bolts to meet modern safety standards. Next is the mail car.
Take a look at the toilet in this one.
The toilet?
Yeah, no, compare it to the other toilet. Because this one is actually better designed.
Yeah, that's a
It'd be dark.
fancy toilet. It's like the airplane, because you got the sink here, right?
Yeah, the fold down.
Fold down sink, so it's like in a modern airplane.
Yeah.
They have it well in the mail room. Mail car.
Wow. Huh. All the place names.
Halifax.
Tram. A lot of places I haven't heard of. Sackville I've heard of. Moncton.
Yeah, down in the Maritimes, no doubt. It is said that a typical crew of 4 to 10 postal clerks could sort approximately 600 pieces of mail per hour each. Wow. Third class by the looks of it.
Well, no, this is for the work crew.
Oh, this is for the work crew? Ah, I see.
And like it, I thought it was pretty luxurious for. Under the floor, there's a layer of 4-inch thick concrete used to provide stability and weight to the car.
Huh.
Rumored that Henry Ford himself believed that someone might attempt to blow up the car and that the concrete layer which provided some added security.
Not 100% sure about this one, but I believe it was intended to show a chronological timeline during the golden age of rail.
Oh, another sleeper.
Sleeper?
Yeah, 40s, what is it? Something?
Even though it has been slated as a future restoration project, it still offers a rare look into the era of luxury overnight travel in Western Canada during the early 1900s. It's a 12-section, one-drawing-room sleeper, a standard design of the time that maximized passenger capacity. Sounds familiar, but it's a lot more spacious than what the airlines offer now. For everybody? No. Oh, interesting. So they drop down?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the same style, I believe, that we basically traveled on up to Churchill.
Up to Churchill, this style.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, this is
I feel like
doable.
there's a division though, that there's like a little wall division between them. So then it was more like a little room.
Huh. That's doable. A little stair, or ladder, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's a photo of me on like the little staircase and then kind of move it around us. And,
Yeah, you were just a kid, eh?
yeah,
Yeah, I think I remember that photo.
I think about 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a lot of work here. Upholstery is going to be the big thing, I think. Trying to fix that. Yeah, it's quite the elegant car back in the day. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is a way through here. I wonder if this is like the dining, going into the dining area?
Oh, wow. No, it's not there.
Dental sink? Is this a private?
Oh, yeah. No. Although none of this says recreation room.
Recreation.
So smoking, socializing, card playing, and apparently taking out teeth.
Yeah, no kidding. And
I'm
then,
not sure why they have a dentist. Oh, there's even a mirror. Look at there I am.
so this is the men's smoking room and washroom.
Oh, dental sink. Okay, separate sink for brushing the teeth.
Oh, okay. Alright.
The only item missing from this room is the spittoon.
No spittoon.
No spittoon.
Well, this is the luggage compartment. Luggage slash anything else?
Paper. Second class smoking car.
Second class.
The red velvet.
Yeah, it's looking a bit first class to me. For Canada, it feels like first class.
Yeah.
In railway terms, this crane was called a wrecker. When a train derailed, this crane was the centerpiece of a specialized auxiliary train or wreck train. The crew was on call 24/7, ready to rush to a crash site to lift massive locomotives and loaded freight cars back onto the rails. As is true today, blocking the main line cost the railway money for every minute, and these cranes were built to move heavy weights as fast as possible. The Alberta Railway Museum has an impressive collection of diesel locomotives that tell the story of how diesel eventually replaced steam during the mid-20th century. Many of these locomotives are kept in last used condition, but the museum's volunteers are working to restore as many as they can to the original 1940s and 50s condition. This is NAR 302, famously known as the locomotive that pulled the very last Northern Alberta Railway's passenger train from Dawson Creek to Edmonton in June 1980. NAR Flanger 16601 was one of the most hard-working and dangerous pieces of equipment on the line. Its job was to clear snow and ice from the flangeway, the narrow gap where the inside lip of the train wheel runs. Operating a flanger was incredibly dangerous. The operator had to manually lift the heavy steel blades at exactly the right moment to avoid hitting obstacles like road crossings or switches. If the blades caught a solid object, the impact could instantly derail the car or even flip it over, earning the control handle the grim nickname, the suicide lever. Additionally, because the cars were light and lacked modern suspension, they were notorious for violent bouncing at high speeds, making the job physically punishing for the crew inside. The next car was full of general displays of the railway's golden age. Walking through the exhibit, we found they were showing the 1965 short film The Railrodder, where the comedian Buster Keaton plays an Englishman who swims across the Atlantic to Nova Scotia after seeing a See Canada Now advertisement in a local London newspaper. Yeah, get your box out. Oh, not that. Jesus.
Oh. I'm kind of wondering if this guy gave inspiration to Mr. Bean.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the Agawa, a historic business car built in 1913. It's a fascinating example of the luxury expected by high-ranking railroad officials in the early 20th century. In the era before private jets, the Agawa served as a hotel on wheels, used primarily for inspections, office travel, and entertaining guests. Given the luxuries shown here, I suspect it was the last two it was generally used for. This cook car features slanted shelving. This was designed to ensure the cans and jars wouldn't roll off the shelves and break when the train was in motion. It has to be round.
Round with better.
Look at this though. Glutamate.
Glutate?
Okay, glutate. Adds quality economically. MSG.
Chinese.
Improved Chinese type. New York City. Built in 1917, this car started as a standard Canadian Pacific Railway boxcar, later being bought by Northern Alberta Railways, who in the early 40s converted it to a cook car.
The cook who lived in this work train would often have to cook meals for as many as 200 workers at one time. That's more than 25 pies that would have to be baked for dessert for one meal.
Full-time job. Holy, it wasn't just one person.
No, they said
Just one?
singular cook.
Singular. That's a lot of work. As the railway expanded into remote areas where no towns or restaurants existed, the Northern Alberta Railways needed a way to feed its mobile work crews. Thanks for coming along with us on this journey through Alberta's heritage. If you have a favorite memory of the high-level bridge or hidden rail spot I should visit next, let me know in the comments below.